We have on the line with us, as promised, the two-time Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator, current member of the Pittsburgh Steelers coaching staff, and finally soon to be enshrined as a member of the Football Hall of Fame, Coach Dick LeBeau. Coach, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. Sun shines every day here, ever since last February.
Well, Coach, first of all, thank you so much for calling, and congratulations. What does it mean to you to get the nod to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame with all the legends that are in there? Certainly, you've been around football your entire life. I mean, this has to be something special.
Well, I don't think I could express what it means to me. I've been through that museum 3 or 4 times, and it's you're just awestruck every time you go through there, and I really can't quite comprehend that I'm going to be in there now. So it's just a wonderful thing to have happen.
Yeah, it really is. And now you're having your brother introduce you into the Hall of Fame. What is that going to mean to you, and what was kind of the thinking behind that, having your brother introduce you?
Well, we started out, there were 4 LeBeaus, my mom and dad and my brother and I, and there's only 2 left, so it'd be him and I going in there together. He's been a great mentor and someone for me to look up to and emulate in my life, and I certainly do respect him, and I'm just proud as I can be to have him present me.
No, that's fantastic. We're joined by Dick LeBeau. Coach, played at Ohio State, played for Woody Hayes. Certainly had success at Ohio State, and then parlaying that into the NFL. Talk about Woody Hayes and what he meant to you, and now that you've been able to go into coaching. I mean, was he an impactful on you in that regard?
Well, yeah, I think we're all products of our environment, and I've probably borrowed a little bit from all the great coaches that I was fortunate enough to be exposed to. My high school coach was a man by the name of Jim Bolus, who won about 75% of his games. So he was a marvelous football coach and a great dealer and interactor with people. Woody, of course, his record speaks for itself. People sometimes overplay some of the negative aspects of Coach Hayes' career, but those of us who played for him realize how involved and committed to his players and the program that he was. He prepared young men to fight in life, and I think he did a wonderful job at that, and his players graduated. So Woody Hayes was a great influence in my life, and then I was played for and worked for Paul Brown, who is one of the icons and coaching legends. I coached or played for Don Shula at Detroit. He was one of my coordinators there for 3 years, and was with several All-Star games with Vince Lombardi and Tom Landry and our captain, and who later became an excellent coach himself, was Joe Schmidt out of Pittsburgh, who played for the Lions so well and is himself in the Hall of Fame. So I've been blessed to have been exposed to this character of man throughout my developing years, and there's no question that I am, I've borrowed from all of them. No, I'm sure of that.
Now, you just talked about all the illustrious coaches that you've worked with. You've won 2 Super Bowls. You were also on the longest current consecutive starting streak for a cornerback. You pretty much have done it all. What is the biggest thing that stands out from your career, whether it's as a player or as a coach, that really is going to stick with you for quite some time?
Well, those 2 Super Bowl championships, we had been there 3 times previous, twice with Cincinnati and once before with the Steelers, and not won. So we knew what it felt to go that far and not enjoy the fruits of victory. So it was very rewarding these last 2 times for our guys to go out and get the championship for us. That will be a lasting memory. I think that my interception total, I'm proud of that, but more than that, and you alluded briefly to my consecutive game streak at cornerback, I think that's my proudest achievement, and because it's more of a reflection of your character. There were plenty of Sundays that I didn't feel that much like playing, but I was going to show up and do the best that I could do. And I think those things will stay with me at the meat of what my career has been. I've been fortunate to be an Ohio boy and play at Ohio State, and used to go through Toledo quite regularly, going back and forth from Central Ohio up to Detroit, and have a lot of friends in Toledo. It's a great town.
Now, back a little while back, that basically you created the zone blitz, and obviously, I mean, you've been called by many, and rightfully so, the best defensive coach in the history of the NFL. You know, talk about what came into creating something brand new like that, and how it really has. Other teams have gone on to use it. It's kind of a copycat league, so, I mean, other teams have gone on to use it and make it successful.
Well, thank you for the compliments there. I don't think there is a best. You know, people say genius. Well, genius is always a guy from out of town. I'm just a hard-working football coach, and the fire zones, the pressure were simply an outgrowth of necessity. The offenses had caught up pretty much with what everybody was doing, and we were looking for a different way to get more pressure safely. Excuse me. So I'd like to claim some great inspiration, but it was mostly just digging it out of the ground with a lot of hard work and some ideas that went up blind alleys, and a lot of great young football players who put their heart and soul into some of our ideas and made them work. And we've stumbled onto a safer way to pressure, basically, is what it is. And I think it will be around in some form for a long, long time, because pressure works, and safety is a good thing in defense.